What's up guys, Pipdeed here and welcome to episode 92 of my road to Manchester City. And speaking of City, what a great result we just had today. I went into this game thinking, no way we're going to win this one. Middlesbrough are 19th and we'd be lucky to get a win here. And boy was I right, we barely got a draw. So happy with that. And yeah, top 4 is definitely locked now. Man, I'm so glad about that. But other than that, we're playing the draft over here because we're in the draft final. And yeah, we're rocking with the same team, obviously. And I'm surprised I made it this far with this team. While obviously we do have amazing players in there like Ronaldo and stuff like that, it's still a bit of a weak team in my eyes. But we go into the final. We come across a 4-1-2-1-2, and this guy has a very strange setup. He has 2 good wingers, obviously, Ronaldo and Messi, but then he had a center back at Cam, and the only reason I think he had that guy at Cam was for chemistry reasons, to give the people around him chemistry. But other than that, I felt it was really weird because I'm not even sure what a center back gets at Cam, but I would think it's about 2 chemistry or so. So you're trying to tell me the guy didn't have at least one midfielder that was either Spanish or in La Liga in his bench or reserves? I find that kind of hard to believe, but maybe that was the case. But yeah, he got the party started right there. Remember how I said Schmeichel had a great save last game? Well, when I said every chicken has its day, by the way, the quote is every dog has its day, boy was I right, because right now, Schmeichel, that save was horrific. Rebound goes perfectly to Griezmann, who makes it 1-0, and we head into the second half of the final, down 1-0, and as you saw by the stats, playing pretty bad, and by pretty bad, I mean really bad, because we haven't created anything. Our opponent has created most of the chances, and while I don't necessarily think our opponent is better than us, he's definitely played the better game in the first half. And in the 62nd minute, we do a sub pretty early on because he pauses it. Bale has a great chance to make it 1-1 after he comes in. And unfortunately, he isn't able to get his shot on that well. However, his goalkeeper does end up throwing it. Iniesta wins it in the midfield, gives it to Willian. Willian with a terrible pass. He somehow wins it back from Yaya, though. And Bale finally gets his goal after missing that first chance. With his right foot, which is his weak foot, obviously. I'm not too sure what Bale's weak foot is. I've honestly never played with Bale this year until now. But I don't think he has a good weak foot. So him scoring that with his right, it's just FIFA, right? And over here, Bale just having the game of his life as a substitute for us right over here. Makes it 2-1. Puts us on top in a game in which we weren't in until the second half. And I'm so glad I made that substitution. Who did we take off for Bale? I think we took off... honestly, I have no idea who we took off for Bale. I think we took off like a midfielder. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we took off a midfielder, I think. I forgot. But yeah, Bale, amazing sub, came in, got himself 2 goals, put us on top. And so far, he is the man of the match. And in the 80th minute over here, we did do another sub right there. We ended up taking up Iniesta, who, by the way, on all 4 games, played very well. And over here, Willian, oh my god. Can't really blame him because the spot was pretty bad to take a shot from, but if he just one-timed that rebound right there, his reactions would have to be pretty quick. That would have been the 3-1. We would have been with a 2-goal cushion. We probably would have secured the win because over here in the 88th minute, after 2 tackles and the ball going right back to our opponent, Messi gives it to Lukaku, who has a great finish and makes it 2-2. By the way, that Lukaku card, or any Lukaku card in general, is just so good. I was playing the draft on my other account, and I had Lukaku as my striker. Dear God, he is a menace to play against. And over here in the 90th minute, our opponent was through on goal, but the ref blows for full time. Now, I'm not going to say he would have scored there, but it was a pretty good situation. I mean, Lukaku running full force at my center backs who aren't that great, and it was a 2v2, and I felt like maybe, just maybe, he could have won in the 90th minute, though. Luckily for us, though, that wasn't the case, and we got a chance at extra time, and hopefully we can get a winner over here. Willian to Mkhitaryan. Mkhitaryan's shot falls to Eriksen after it deflects off his defender. And Eriksen, who I hated throughout this whole draft, he literally did nothing. I played him at cam, I played him at center mid, just anywhere I played him, he didn't do anything. and it's probably because it's only his normal card, and we're coming across some crazy defenders. He ends up getting the goal right there, which is just, just how it is over here in this channel. I criticize someone and they go and score or end up doing something amazing. So we make it 3-2. We have the lead, and Bale doesn't get the cross in right there to try and make it 4-2. However, it does fall to Eriksen, who gives it to Willian. Willian takes a shot, falls back to him. That reaction by me, I'm going to take the credit for that one, because had I not done the scoop that I did right there, I probably wouldn't have gotten that shot off. So my quick reaction of doing the scoop so Willian can be on his strong foot and then finesse it, I was really happy about that. But maybe it's not that great of a feat that I did, and I'm just tooting my own horn. But yeah, 4-2 lead. Things are looking great. And actually, after that fourth goal, our opponent just started making so many mistakes, or he just kind of gave up, to be honest. He slide tackles me there. A ref plays advantage. Ronaldo to Bale. Bale back to Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Benteke. And Benteke gives it to Eriksen. Our opponent pulls out his goalkeeper for literally no reason. And Eriksen chips him. Gets his second goal of the game and might end up getting the man of the match, I think. Which is just ridiculous because I didn't enjoy his card. But whatever, he had a great final, and we won after having a pretty bad first half, actually. We were down 1-0. We picked it up in the second half with Bale coming on, and very good composure once again, and we won the draft. So what shit pack are we going to get this time around? I'm not too sure how many times we've played the draft now. I think it's either 5 times or 6, and we've gotten to the final, I think, every time, if I'm not mistaken. We've lost it twice, and I think we've won it 3 times, so that's not too bad. So yeah, we're going to go ahead, take a look at what prize we end up getting over here. And what do you know? We get ourselves the 5K pack and the 50K pack, which we've gotten before. I don't think it's the worst reward. It's definitely not. But obviously, it's not the best. One of these days, hopefully, we can get the coin reward, because 45K, that's 3 drafts paid for. Honestly, the draft rewards are so bad, but you've probably heard that a million times, so I'm not even going to bother with it. But yeah, we get ourselves a 50K pack, which is good because we can add that to the stack of packs that we're holding on to. We're going to go ahead and open up that 5K pack because it's pretty much useless. We somehow get a rare, though, which is very nice. Spanish player, 76 rated. We don't have him, so that's good because I think actually that might be a second league Spanish player, so that doesn't really help us. But we need to start completing more teams in the La Liga SBC because we're really slacking on that. Same goes for the Serie A and the BPL. I just never get to complete the teams because I use them for other SBCs like Marquee Matchups and stuff like that. So during team this season, I'm going to figure something out though. And speaking of Marquee Matchups, what you're about to witness is Daylight Robbery, because another Marquee Matchups came out. I think it came out on Friday, and this one was difficult because I didn't have the players. Now that's crazy to me. The idea that I didn't have the players shocked me, but then when I stopped and think about it, it makes sense. I'm putting all these players through the SBCs, and I'm not regaining the players because I'm not opening packs, because I'm saving them for team of the season. So the fact that my club is kind of empty right now with players I need for SBCs kind of makes sense. So I couldn't be really mad, but I was still really annoyed because I had to pay almost the full price for this Marquee Matchups, which the best reward was an inform pack, which probably was going to result in us getting a discard. So a bit of a risk over here. We end up spending between 50 to 55,000 coins to complete all 4 challenges, which is just ludicrous in my opinion. It's just too much money for an inform pack, which you just know is never going to pay off. But I said, you know what? We have 2 million coins. Sure, we're throwing 50K into this or whatever, but the game is almost over. I just can't be bothered. Let's go and see. Try our luck at this inform pack. You never know, right? We could get Martial, and that would be great. But odds are we won't. So we're going to go ahead and complete the challenge right there. Probably the most we've ever spent on a Marquee Matchups. It's got to be. It's got to be. There's no way I've ever spent 50K or more on a Marquee Matchups until now. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and open up the back over here. And once again, we're going to end up opening up a 15K pack because we just have too many and we can't get to the end where the inform pack is, which is annoying. I know. But soon enough, we'll be opening up all these packs. and we won't have to wait any longer because Team of the Season hopefully starts on Friday, and it should be the most consistent. I don't think we're going to open packs for that because it'd be kind of dumb since the most consistent is looking to be one of the worst ones it's been in years. But if it is on Friday, then that means next Friday should be the Premier League Team of the Season, which is what I'm most likely going to save my packs for because I play with Premier League teams all the time, obviously, as you've seen throughout the year. So I would love to get a Premier League Team of the Season player in a pack. Odds are we won't, but still, there's a chance, right? And we have some good packs, so hopeful. Fingers crossed. Yeah, so we go ahead, open up that 15k pack to try and get rid of those, try to get rid of some packs so we can get to the inform pack. And we get a non-rare in a 15k pack. Also get that disgusting Reaver kit right there. Discard that shit so quick. But a non-rare in the 15k pack, man, I really contemplated just opening them all at that point because it's just going to be a waste of time when we do the pack opening video during Team of the Season. When we go ahead and open up like the 15 or the 20 or whatever 15k packs that we have, and we just get non-rares and shitty golds. But I don't know, you never know, right? People have gotten Team of the Years in a 5k pack, so whatever. We get Navas, oh, one of my favorite players right now at City. Beats the second man all the time during his crosses. Had a great game today against Middlesbrough. Man, what a player Navas is. I really hope he stays next season because he has such an impact in our wins and stuff like that. Love Navas. But yeah, we open up the last pack. I think that's the last pack. We get Carasso. You see, this wasn't all that bad because we did get some League One players, I think, that went for some hefty coins because of the marquee matchups. The high-rated ones just went for a lot because you need like a high rating for most of the challenges. So that was pretty good. We open up the inform pack. We don't get a walkout. We don't get Martial, which is what we wanted. But we get Jimenez, which isn't the worst. He's not going for anything because he's a right back. He'd be great as a center back, but as a right back, he's not going for anything. But that's not what matters. What matters is that Team of the Season is right around the corner, and you just might need high-rated informs that aren't going for much right now, because of the SBCs that they're probably going to do. And I'm actually going to be doing some investing, but that will be in the next episode. So yeah, we're going to end off the episode over here by building another draft. This may or may not be the last draft we build until Team of the Season, but I don't think it is the last one because it takes me about 4 episodes to finish a draft, which I know is bad, but I'll try to do this one quicker. And if Team of the Season is in 2 weeks and I have like 4 episodes a week or so, well, 3 episodes a week, then I don't think this is the last draft, but who knows? We'll see what happens. And we actually start off pretty well over here. We get Dybala, Nainggolan, Hazard, Icardi. I think, who do we have right there in the middle? I think Marquisio. So a great start. We also get Bale. Most of these cards are informs. I was really hyped about the start of this, but then it started to get a little bit lackluster, which was a shame. And you see me pause over here, and the reason I'm pausing right over here is because I was looking up a video on how to do the chemistry style glitch in the draft, because that's something I haven't done all year when I've played the draft. I haven't played the draft much, to be honest, but when I have, I just never did the chemistry style glitch, and I wanted to do it over here. And that's why you see me take a second with some picks, because I'm like opening up the video, getting to the part where they explain it and stuff like that. But yeah, we end up getting a pretty decent selection in the defense right there. We end up getting Valdez as our goalie, which is pretty bad because we can't link him to any of our center backs. But yeah, we have a really nice starting 11, and the only problem is the chemistry right now. So we're going to try and fix that with the subs and reserves over here. I choose Viviano over Oblak because of that perfect link to, well, not perfect link, but that hyperlink to Chiellini. We end up getting man of the match, Sergio Ramos, which is insane. We get inform Felipe Luis, and then we have inform Walker as a substitute, which is just crazy because he's such a good card, obviously. We get Neymar, and things are looking great. The only problem is the chemistry, obviously. So we're going to do some fiddling around over here, and we're going to try and get that chemistry up. Because what I do with drafts is I like to have at least 85 chemistry, at least, because it's a nightmare. I know low chem teams play amazing against me, but I can't play with low chem teams for some reason. So Well, for some reason, it's because the chemistry is low and that affects their stats. But against me, I don't seem to have a problem. We end up getting Higuain. I just chose him because maybe I would have linked him to Dybala, but if I didn't have Dybala, I would have never chosen Higuain. Trust me on that. We end up getting Griezmann, though, and I was so happy about that because I really was itching to try that 90 Griezmann all year. I was going to buy him at some point during the series, but I said, you know what? Let's just save the coins because team of the season is soon. So yeah, I ended up choosing the last guy, which I don't think you're supposed to do for this chemistry style glitch. So at that point I said, damn it, I think I messed it up. But you see me try and save it over here because I did also hear something about like choosing the manager, which I hadn't done at this point. So I said, you know what, let's try and save this. So we end up putting everybody in the position where I want that chemistry style to be. It's so confusing and I don't end up doing it right. Well, I kind of do. I don't know, man. I got to look up the video and pay attention well because some of the players got the chemistry style I wanted and some didn't. It was just very confusing. But yeah, that is pretty much going to conclude this episode of my road to Manchester City, guys. Thank you so much for watching. My name is PPD, and I'm out.